Okay, so this is the first part. We're going to be talking about characters in Final Fantasy 13. In the game, there are what, 6?
There are 6 main characters.
6 main characters.
Lightning, Snow,
Hope,
Saz, Vanille, and Fang.
Fang as well, yeah.
The most prominent, I would say, is probably Lightning. I'll say she's the main heroine in the game.
Yeah, it's a bit different in terms of, you could say Snow is one of the main characters as well. He's not the main character, but the way he's portrayed in the story, he seems like he could be one of them.
His power and status that he puts across, I think that makes you think he's one of the main characters.
Yeah, one of the main characters, yeah. People like Vanille and Hope, they're a bit more of secondary characters. Even
supporting characters.
But even though Hope's storyline is like a sub-story in Snow, where obviously, if you haven't played it, spoiler alert, Hope's mother dies right in the beginning of the game, so it's not really a spoiler, I guess. So he's trying to take revenge on Snow, but then it's the main arcing story is, Snow and his gang of men, people trying to take down, the government, or the government, you could say.
The Sanctum.
The Sanctum, yeah. So Lightning, what kind of character is she?
She's obviously portrayed as the strong soldier type. She's basically all about the fighting and less about the emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
This is at the beginning of the game, when she finds out Sarah's turned into a Lassie.
Sarah's Lightning's
younger sister, who's also engaged to Snow.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see how her personality plays out throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because you realise it sort of evolves into
more of an emotional stage.
Yeah, more of an emotional kind of stage.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the beginning she's very she doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, she's quite cold at the beginning, cold-hearted.
And then when she starts talking to Hope, she starts to see she starts to regret what she did to her younger sister on her birthday, and she starts to think, the emotions start coming out.
I think the relationship with each character that each character has that's what makes them evolve into their different states.
Right.
Like, for example, with Lightning and Hope, I always thought of Lightning as a mother figure in that relationship.
Yeah.
Like the way she kind of nurtures him and brings him up and makes him stronger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because Hope's also lost his mother, she fits the role quite well.
Yeah. Even though he's not attaching himself to that that her being the mother, he's still resenting Snow for not directly killing her. That she joined a faction to help the poor and the less needy for this cause, and she died in the midst of it.
She done it to protect her son as well, if you remember.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he obviously, considering he's very young, he can't see that side of it. I'm assuming when it gets a bit more further in the story, he understands. Next is Snow.
Snow, yeah, he's obviously the cool guy.
Yeah, he's
the cool,
cocky
strong, cocky guy within the game.
But he's got this side of him where he always wants to do good. He always keeps saying, "I'm the one who's going to save everyone."
He wants to help everyone, even no matter if he gets hurt or stuff like that.
Yeah, he just wants to help. That's what it is. That's his nature. He just wants to, be portrayed as a hero. He always keeps saying, "You're heroes here," kind of thing.
His cockiness kind of affects some of the other characters sometimes. Like they don't like it, like Fang and Hope. Even Lightning at the beginning, she basically hates him.
Yeah, exactly.
But she obviously grows in him throughout the game, as do all the characters.
And just in general, his style as well.
Snow's, as we know, his story is basically living out Sarah's wish.
Yeah.
Her death wish, quote unquote, basically, which was to save Cocoon.
So her focus, basically, what they assume was her focus, which is kind of like a mission. Once you get branded as a Lassie, you kind of have to carry out this focus. If you don't, then
you turn into a Seath.
Yeah, which is kind of like this non-dying robotic zombie monster. Yeah, and if you do, you get crystallized.
Eternally crystallized.
Yeah, you get eternal life. So basically, it's the same concept of heaven and hell. Hell is this monster thing you're going to be constantly as, and heaven, you're going there forever kind of thing, and it's just it's good. Who else is there? There's Saz.
Let's talk about Saz. Yeah.
He's the only black character in the game, which I feel is a good thing to point out, because the only other Final Fantasy game that has a black character is Final Fantasy VII, and not from what I know, no other Final Fantasy game has that. And I was telling you earlier, so it's kind of weird. They should at least have had some more black people.
Not even just black, but other races as well.
Other
like
races
Asian
as well, yeah.
and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Mixed in within the universe.
Because you see some of the cutscenes, and there's parts where you see 50, 60 people on screen, and they're all white.
And then
every single one, yeah.
And when you see Saz, it kind of makes it feel odd.
Yeah, then it just feels like it shows you that he's different, meaning he's the main character. He's not part of the NPCs or whatever. He's one of your gang. But just would have helped a bit more to kind of just have just a bit of racial differentiation in the game, rather than it just being one. Again, just for the sake of it being one black character in a game, just because of just there being a black character. But he's kind of more, he's a father as well.
His story is basically about his fatherhood and his son. That's what his whole story is kind of almost played around within the game.
Yeah.
His son Dodge was...
That's Dajh.
Yeah. Was branded a lessee.
Yeah.
By...
Sanctum?
Basically the story was intertwined with Vanille and Fang.
Yeah, and we don't find that out only when he tells the story.
We find that out obviously where we've played through the game.
Yeah.
And basically that story intertwines with Fang and Vanille, who are post lessees.
Yeah. And
basically Dodge gets turned into a lessee because of them. Yeah. And he's sort of like in the middle of them and the Foul Sea.
Yeah, and just to let you know, Dodge isn't a teenager. He's literally 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's just a little kid.
Yeah, he's just literally a little baby.
And he then gets taken by is it the Sanctum?
Sanctum, basically Sanctum meaning the government of the place.
They take him because of his unknown focus. They don't know what it is. And
his focus. Yeah, and just generally these focuses are important. They're not go by your mother a cake. They're literally these massive kind of epic things that they have to complete. Who's next? Vanille. She's kind of the peppy, always happy.
Always happy.
We assume she's always happy. It seems like that's kind of like a mechanism at the moment, because you find out a few things again when you said
she's not the angel that she's turned out to be.
Yeah, even the way she's visually shown, she seems like this very young character, but again, she does have this.
There's a very deep side to her as well.
Yeah.
I've also noticed that a lot of the scenes in the game that have voiceover are Vanille's voice as well.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you noticed that. I just kind of noticed that.
For what character though?
No, like like some of the cutscenes have like narrations.
Oh yeah. So she's kind of telling a overall arcing story. Yeah.
A lot of the time they have her voiceover saying it, as in her opinion as well.
Right.
Which I thought was quite interesting.
Who else is there? Did we do Lightning?
Fang. There's Fang.
Yes, we have Fang. She comes in around, say, 10 hours of the game.
I think she's the last character.
She's the last character. She's a bit more.
She's similar to Lightning.
Similar to Lightning, but she's independent. But she's also like when she meets Snow, she's very, very friendly towards him. Not in the beginning, but after maybe a couple hours into it. So she's not exactly like Lightning, where Lightning completely hates Snow. She has that kind of independency, but she has this kind of piratey feel to it.
Like an outsider.
Yeah, an outcast. Like kind of the clothes she wears, just the way her hair's done, the attitude, the way she talks. Apparently, it's very Cockney as well, her accent. If you noticed, that English Cockney. So yeah,
obviously with the Australian accent, but this is very like. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's very different.
So so her character's quite unique as well.
And she's also quite caring towards Vanille, as they're both.
Oh, so you've probably done up to that part, yeah. They haven't met yet for my game.
Oh yeah, they haven't.
And who else is there left? Hope's this final character is this again, young kid, but from far I've played, about 15 hours in, he's constantly blaming Snow for his mother's death because when
he believes Snow could have prevented it.
Yeah, because when he saw his mother die, he saw her
falling out of Snow's hand.
Yeah, so basically he just blames him for it, and he doesn't know that Hope's being angry at him, and every time Snow has a laugh, he goes, well, how can he be laughing when my mother died? He should be sad, and he's always holding this knife along, and there's those little tense moments when he's holding it behind his back, and you're like, oh my lady, my.
And the irony of it is that is Lightning's knife, the one that
exactly
Sarah gave to Lightning,
and then Lightning
as a present,
exactly.
And now Lightning gave to Hope, and Hope's wants to murder Snow with it. So I don't know. I thought that was quite